is a brutal, brutal test at the end of a 4-event day. After everything they've done so far leading up to this.
Carolyn Primo came across the finish line 19-18-6-5 for her. She's taking 11th in the lead. Carolyn Connors just came across. She'll take 12th in the lead. Reagan Huckabee moving back to the barbell. Huckabee with 1 rep to go. And she will make it in with time to spare. Less than a minute to go before we hit the 21-minute time cap here in the opening event. Alessandra Bocelli into her final round. 2 reps remain. One final thruster for Bocelli. Bocelli came across. Michelle Basnek got in just ahead of her. Basnek 20:35.26. Bocelli 20:37.73. Now Tara Saunders looking like she is going to get time capped. That is something I did not think I was going to say in this competition.
Not a thruster event. A thruster event.
And Saunders will not get hit.
It's tough.
Emma Carey, the top time, 14:25.57 seconds.
We said enough during the event of what she was capable of, and the questions coming in is how is she going to handle this heavy barbell? Well, there's a little touch and go in the early part of that, because she came out blasting out of the gates in the set of 10. Had a fumble there in the set of 9. Lowen was keeping pace with her the whole time, but once we got to the back half of this, on the round of 5 and on, this is when Carey's advantage became the ease of the handstand or the wall walks for her, and the less reps of the thrusters, and she not only set the time in this heat, but I think that's going to be a very hard time to beat if you're looking at the next 19 athletes.
Only 2 women go sub 15. Emma Carey does it the fastest, 14:25.5 seconds. Ariel Lowen finishes 2nd. Gabriella Magana will take 3rd, and then Lauren Clifton edging out Shuri and Ura Helgedotter for 4th. Tia Toomey is in the next heat, and Tia Toomey is trying to stay perfect on day number 1. Already 3 event wins under her belt.
That's 3 event wins in 3 drastically different tests. Top had that monostructural start, over an hour plus of work. Then you have that classic triplet there with the heavy pace and the high volume gymnastics. And then an all-out sprint. This is a specialist event. And 38 other athletes could not get between Tia Toomey and a first place finish. In a full field, it's unprecedented what we're seeing at the moment, what she's doing to these athletes so far.
She leads Haley Adams by 30 points. Kristen Holta sits in 3rd, but she is only 6 points up on Christy Aramo O'Connell. Laura Horvath and Danielle Brandon tied with 231 points, 15 points back of Aramo O'Connell.
Listen, let's not discredit what Haley Adams is doing. After all of Tia's dominance, she's only 30 points behind. That's 1 slip up in 1 event, only to 10th place, right? Just to 10th place if you can make up those 30 points if you have an event win. So nothing is certain, even though Tia Toomey is blowing the doors off everybody at the moment.
Event 4 is a callback to the opening workout of the 2021 Open. That movement that we never wanted to see again. Well, here it is.
Here it is, and we have it in the same number of reps, makes 55 total reps, whereas in the Open, there was an exponential increase from 1 all the way up to 21. Now we're going 10 down to 1, so at least we're going the right direction in difficulty of rest. But when you pair that with a heavy thruster, the interference between the pressing overhead on the wall walk and the pressing overhead on the thruster, that's going to be the difficult part in this event.
The second and final heat, the overall leaders will be right in the middle of the floor. Tia Toomey will be in lane 13. She's looking to win her 4th straight event. Nobody has ever won the opening 4 events of the CrossFit Games. Haley Adams, who's in second place overall, will be in lane 14, and then Val O'Brien will be in lane 19.
Well, we just saw what one 17-year-old was capable of. How about the athlete who was better than Emma Carey in the Open, which was Val O'Brien, and she is one of the stronger female athletes, period, in the field. So I love this event from Val O'Brien. Danielle Brandon, what more can you say of everything that she's had to deal with so far coming into this event? Has had a wonderful start for the first 3 events. She's the best wall walker in the field for these women.
And Danielle Brandon is separated from the field. She is in the COVID protocol because 2 people she's been in close contact with have tested positive and have had to withdraw from the competition. That's Bethany Shadburn and Carrie Sears. Danielle is getting tested daily. She has come back negative every time. Is why they are still allowing her to compete, but they are keeping her separate from the rest of the competitors.
We've seen the same thing happen in the Olympics, right? They have athletes who have been in contact separated from the rest of the athletes, but still allowed to compete. Brandon's in 2 negative tests today. So the games are doing everything they can to keep it a safe but fair competition field for these athletes.
Val O'Brien right now is your leader through 7 of those 10 reps. And Tia Toomey once again trying to become the first person to ever win the opening 4 events at the CrossFit Games.
And think of one thing in Tia Toomey's game where she's not the best at. I won't even say bad at, but not the best at, would be a handstand walk.
21 points back on Chrissy Holta for 3rd.
Now we know her biggest hole in her game is a handstand push-up. This is, I would say, more difficult in terms of effort and intensity, more so like a handstand push-up than a handstand walk. So what I'm curious to see is how she navigates the volume of these wall walks. She's not going to have an inability to do it. I think it just might be tough enough to slow her down and open the door for more athletes behind her.
Haley Adams, the woman in second place overall, right next to Tia Toomey. She's 16 points back of Toomey for the overall lead, 18 points up on Kristen Holta. And as you said, if it wasn't for Tia Toomey, this is the story on day 1.
She's only 30 points back. Tia has won every event in dominating fashion, from a long swim to a moderate distance, 8 to 10 minutes of classic games CrossFit, and then a sprint. She's only 30 points back. If you look at 21.1, as a guide, Adams was 8th overall in the world, Tia Toomey was 6th. So they're very, very similar. Tia's advantage, though, her strength on the barbell. Haley is good, though. Haley is actually better at those 80% weights for multiple reps than she is at a 1-rep max.
Arasti has been a proud part of the CrossFit community for years. They recently expanded their remote recovery program to over 40 states. Schedule your virtual consultation today at arasti.com/CrossFit Recovery. That's AIRROSTI.com/CrossFit Recovery. Val O'Brien continuing to lead here. She has been faster on the wall walks, but Toomey has been able to make up ground on the barbell. Val O'Brien in the dark top and dark shorts on the right of your screen. She's next to Brooke Wells. 45 to 110 total score repetitions. 14:25 for 5 seconds is the time to get it. That belongs to another 17-year-old, Emma Carey.
I mean, touching on the wall walk, we just saw that from Val O'Brien on the right side of the screen where she just got her chest in the ground. It was like burpees inverted on the wall. That's basically the pace at which she was going on those wall walks. Now, what I want to see is how does she look on the thruster? What is her body positioning? How is that lockdown? Is it shaky or is it solid?
Val O'Brien on her. Both Barnhart, David's daughter, are locked with Brooke Wells for that 3rd place spot in this heat. Val O'Brien continuing to hold off Tia Toomey as Val O'Brien is closing out her round of 7. 1 rep to go there. Tia Toomey is 7 reps back. Val O'Brien back to the wall for her round of 6.
We saw the same thing that happened to Emma Carey. Now, Emma Carey was breaking upright thrusters. And what's the harder part of the movement? That no rep. So we got to make sure is that your hand cannot move off of that tape line until both feet are touching the wall. That's where she got called back on. And that's just a product of trying to move fast. Right? And she's moving extremely fast. Here's the scary part for Tia Toomey if she wants to win 4 in a row to start the day, is that she's going to have to make a move now. Because the hardest part of this event for Mal is those thrusters. It's not the wall walks. So Tia's running out of real estate, which is that heavy thruster if she wants to keep pace with Mal O'Brien.
Tia Toomey has gained a little bit of ground here, now just 2 reps back from Mal O'Brien.
Those are big reps, right? We talked about that. 2 reps on a wall walk, 20 to 30 seconds.
6.
Mal O'Brien is through their 6 wall walks. 4. Toomey 2 reps back for her.
3. Taking a big break. 2. Here's what you don't want to do. Just because you're going unbroken does not necessarily mean you're going faster. If you're resting